Yes, boys, welcome back. It is Hezzy here, and today we're going to talk about nice guys. And you know what? A lot of men have a real hard time about this one because being a nice guy is indicative of who you are. It's showing off your personality. And if you stay in the role of a nice guy, and it's a role because as we're going to learn today, anyone can change that role. If you forever stay in that role, you will never be loved in the way you would like to be loved. You will never be admired in the way like you want to be admired. So no matter if you're a type A or a type B, either type can be the nice guy. It's a role, it's a mindset that honestly we delude ourselves into being because we think it's the route that's going to work for us. We think it's the route of least effort, but actually that could be further from the truth, okay? Living your life as a nice guy is going to make your life 10 times harder. When you're a winner and you're successful and you actually get what you want, you actually don't have to work that hard to get the results that you're looking for. The nice guy actually deludes himself into this mindset, which makes him actually work 10 times harder than he actually needs to. So actually, to be the nice guy, it's actually being inefficient with your time, your energy, your love, your emotion, your soul. Everything just takes more effort being the nice guy. And if you're one of those guys that say you're never a nice guy, that just tells me you weren't born into a loving, caring home, okay? If you were born into a loving, caring home, the love that you got from your mother and your father would delude you into thinking you can do the same sort of unconditional love tactics with a girlfriend, with your wife, okay? The guys that just were born as bad boys, they came from a broken home. It just indicates to me you came from a broken home. Because why have you got all that rage and anger coming out as a kid? That makes no sense to me. You would have to have come from a broken home where there was no love, so you already pre-installed those bad boy traits that made you into a bad boy. But for those of us that were born into a loving, caring home, and our mother's love was so unconditional, it was so easy to get. We didn't have to do nothing. We didn't have to try and put no effort, nothing. Pretty much all of us turned to nice guys. That's why I'm saying most guys at some point were a nice guy. And I believe one of the lessons you need to learn in becoming a man is getting rid of this nice guy theme. We need to get rid of that and understand why we did it in the first place and how we can repair ourselves from continuing to do it. Because the nice guy's life sucks and none of us, let me tell you boys, none of us ever want to live that life. It's a rubbish life. You're not rated, you're not respected, you're not admired, and crucially, you're not loved. For nice guys, their principal route of gaining a woman's love is deception. Let me be clear on this. The nice guy is in it to deceive women. Now, that might not be because he's necessarily evil, bad, or immoral, but he's, with his messed up way of thinking, with his messed up attitude to life, he thinks that's the most efficient route to gain a woman's love, to be whatever the woman wants him to be. The nice guy thinks he just needs to mold himself into whatever a woman is predicting or looking for and just mold himself into that guy to gain a woman's love. So what he's going to do, he's going to deceive you by trying to figure out what kind of guy you like, what kind of traits you want him to have, what kind of things you're into, and he's going to metamorphosize into that guy. And honestly, most of the time, he figures out what you want really badly, but he tries anyway. And then he's also not going to challenge you. He's not going to debate you. He's not going to disagree with you, because all of those things, in his eyes, makes tension. And tension for a nice guy is a no. Because tension can often lead to the other party walking away and never coming back. So the nice guy wants to confirm his reward, and in his eyes, the way to do that is by never giving you a reason to leave, never making you upset, never challenging you, never disagreeing with your opinion, never disagreeing with your way of thinking, never disagreeing with your ethics and your morals, never challenging your way of going through the world. The nice guy wants to make sure that you're happy at all times. And whatever you say, oh, he's the exact same guy. And he's going to do that through manipulation and deception. Because let me tell you something, girls. All guys, at the core of us, we know exactly who we are. We know what we like. We know what we dislike. We know what we like to do. We know what we don't want to do. So when the guy is molding into the guy that you think, that he thinks that you like, he is betraying himself. Ooh, we're getting cracking. He's betraying who he is. And that, to me, that's strike number one. The nice guy thinks he's impressing the woman by becoming who she thinks he wants, but really and truly, by not living up to who he is as a man, he's actually not acting as a man. Yeah, man. The first thing you got to realize, boys, is to be a man is to stand up for whatever you believe in. And it really doesn't matter what the hell you believe in, as long as you stay true and firm on what you believe in. So you're Hezzy or you're Mike, you like Adidas. You don't care that all the other guys like their Nikes and their TMs and their Air Force Ones and their Jordans. You're like, I don't care about all that. I love my Adidases. And even though you might go to a party and everyone's wearing Nike, and all the girls are saying, oh, why are you wearing those Adidases for? You say to the girls, I don't care. I love my Adidases. You know, that kind of self-confidence, that kind of self-belief actually turns a woman on. That's what nice guys don't understand, okay? The nice guy thinks of disagreeing with the woman's opinion on liking only Nikes is going to create bad tension. But in actual fact, that tension is often what turns a woman on. I'm talking about good, loving tension. The kind of tension where it's like, I don't care what the group thinks. I don't care what society thinks. I like my Adidases. I don't care if I'm the only one that wears them in this group. I don't care if you all hate them and you think I'm ugly and stupid and foolish wearing them. I like my Adidases and I'm going to wear them nonetheless. That kind of tension often turns a woman on. And tell you what's funny, guys. I bet in that moment when girls just heard me say that, they thought, yeah, he's the man. That kind of self-belief, that kind of self-determination, that kind of self-love in yourself, that is highly, highly attractive to women. It doesn't really matter what you like as a man. What matters in terms of a woman's attraction towards you is whether you believe in it regardless of what the world thinks. That is what actually makes a woman feel safe, okay? Because a man that can be easily swayed in his opinions and his ethics and morals and everything like that, that makes a woman actually feel in danger, because she has no idea who you are. The first thing a woman does when she meets you is try to work out who you are. Because with the valid information, okay, it has to be valid, she will be able to determine if she wants to be around you, number one, and number two, and in what capacity she wants to be around you, okay? And women feel safe knowing who is around them and what position, what kind of role they are playing in their lives. It's the same thing in businesses as well. Imagine going into a business and you don't know who the hell's the CEO, who is the manager, who's the supervisor, who's the mid-level worker, who's the cleaner. It's all chaos. Okay, that's going to make you feel unsafe because you don't know where to go for certain things and how to climb the ladder and where to ask certain questions. It's all chaos. It's all a mess. So it's the same thing for a woman with guys. She wants to know who she is surrounding herself around. Because we got to remember, a lot of us, I'm not saying you, but a lot of men are dangerous. And for a lot of women, it's better not to be around those men for any more time than they need to. Some men are real dangerous. You don't want to be around them guys. No. You want to stay far away from them guys. So it makes a woman feel safe to know who you are, so she can kind of put you in that position. Okay, that's Michael over there. I kind of like him, not quite. Let me just see what he's saying, and maybe I might be a friend of him, and then we'll see how it goes. Oh, that is Jonathan. Oh yeah, he's my type of guy. I want to date him. Like, I want to see where this can go. I might try move closer to him. Like maybe find his number or something, and he can message me and hopefully ask me on a date. Oh, that's Craig. Oh, he's a bit of a loser. I don't want to go near him. I was like, let's put him over there. Like, just block. Boom. Oh, that's a good uncle. Like, yes, uncle. Uncle's right there. Yeah, cool. She wants to know who the hell is around her at all times. That is what makes a woman feel safe. And you got to realize a lot of what makes a woman attracted to you, okay, is her also feeling safe around you. Not to the point where she's not scared of losing you, but safe in the terms of she knows who you are, what you believe in, your ethics and morals, and she knows exactly where to put you. That makes a woman swoon if you are also the guy. But we're going to get to that in a second. But if you can make a woman feel safe and also attracted to you at the same time, whoa. That, my friends, is catnip for a woman. Because a lot of times, women can only get one. A lot of times, women can only get the safety, but he's a real nice guy and he's just boring and just like a wimp. But then also she can get a guy that she's attracted to, but she doesn't really feel safe around, and she doesn't feel like that's the guy that she could really date for a long-term relationship. And that, my friends, is what the bad boy is. But to be able to have both, to feel safe and attraction, that, my friends, is catnip to a woman. Because those guys are rare. And let me tell you, those guys are in high demand. So if you can reach that point, you're now pretty much hitting superhero status, my boys. And you can pretty much choose whatever girl you want, because they'll be all after you. But we're going to get into that in a second, guys. Let's go slow. I want to go slow for this one, because the nice guy syndrome is a big thing. And I'll tell you something, a lot of guys, even though they're past 30 or 40, they're still living with the nice guy syndrome. Even guys that are even married. A lot of nice guys get married. Let's not get it twisted. A lot of nice guys get married because they're deceptive, so they trick a woman into marrying them. And on the surface of it, it appears as if they're living a great life, that couple. But if you peel back the layers, you're going to see all the cracks in that relationship and in that marriage. And you're going to see that the value that that woman puts towards her man isn't as high as it could be. And I'm a guy that wants the best out of everything. I just don't want a half-hearted woman. I don't want a woman that's kind of into me. I want a woman that's all over me. Okay, but the nice guys, they're happy to deal with any type of love from a woman. And that's part of the problem. But we're going to get into that. Okay? We will get into that in a second. But let's go slow with this topico. Okay? Con este tema. Okay? Because it's very important, muy importante, hablar, to discuss this topic lentamente, slowly. So, the nice guy, he will mold himself into whatever he thinks that the woman opposite him wants. And that's his first crucial mistake. Because 1, she doesn't know who you are. And 2, he's started the process of betraying who he is. And let me tell you something, boys. Once that door of betrayal to your own self opens, the next question is obvious. How far can the betrayal go? Because in the moment, it's just like, oh, he lies about what kind of music he likes. In the moment, he might lie about going to the restaurant he doesn't really want to go to, but he's going there only because to please you. But he hates the food really, but he's going to lie and pretend he loves the food. It starts off as these small, trivial things. But as we will find out in this video, the nice guy's deceptiveness and lies goes way further the more you get to know him. So for the woman who accept the nice guy for who he is and his lying self, okay, you will soon pay the price in the relationship, because he will soon uncover to you accidentally his dirty, dishonest, negative, bad, evil sides to him, okay? Because once the door of deceptiveness opens, how far will it go? And the answer to that question is as far as it will take to keep a hold of you. The nice guy will put down whatever lies, whatever deceptiveness, whatever tricks, whatever scandals to keep on to holding on to you. He is by nature a liar. And the more he wins by his tactics of lying, the more he'll do it. Because he'll think to himself, well, this is like winner's feedback here. It's working. Let me just double down on this. Like, put it this way. If you found a way to make millions of pounds, wouldn't you double down on it and just keep doing it? Because it's working, right? Well, the nice guy, if he is unfortunate enough to be able to procure a woman with his deceptive ways, he will double down on his deception towards you. And then you will soon see wickedness at your doorstep. Because guess what? You're living with him. Guess what? You've had a child of him. And I know what the end result of that's going to be, because I've seen it too many times. So, for some guys, it appears that the nice guy syndrome works in the short term. But in the long term, both you and him will pay the price. So he will use deceptiveness to get you. And he might have been doing this deceptive thing for a long ass time, niñas. It goes way back, because let's go through one of the things nice guys do on a regular to try and get women. And this is one of their most disgusting, vile, and wrong traits. And thank God I never did this. I was a nice guy, but I have never done this. Thank God I've never done this. But a nice guy, he will often pretend to be your friend, even though he has heavy sexual feelings towards you. Yes, he will pretend to be only your friend, and he'll even tell you that, oh my God, I'm just your friend, I don't want nothing from you, you know, I know you got a boyfriend, I know you got a husband or whatever, but I'm just your friend. But in his dirty little mind, he wants to have all these sexual fantasies with you. He's making a friendly relationship based on the pretense of amistad, which is friendship in Espanol. He's making it under the pretense of only friendship to get closer to you, because he thinks that if he were to tell you, well, he knows actually, it's not what he thinks. He knows that if he were to tell you that he has those feelings for you, there's a chance you might walk away from him and never look back. And actually, he is right on that assumption. He's totally right. But the thing about the nice guy, he's pathetic. He's weak. He wants all of the upside of that without any of the downside. He wants all the winnings and the trappings of life without sacrificing anything. This is at its core a pathetic, weak man. What I'm saying is he wants to run the best business in the world without ever investing his own money. He just wants to just make the best business in the world, be the richest guy in the world, and not take any risks whatsoever. And the risks in this context of attaining a woman that he likes for marriage, for a partner, as a girlfriend, whatever he wants out of you, he doesn't want to take on any of the risks. And the risk with you is losing you. So this is a pathetic man, okay? Let me tell you something. I'm being very clear here. This is a pathetic, weak man. Because he's going to pretend for sometimes decades at a time that he's only your friend. And he's going to say he has absolutely no sexual feelings towards you. Now, you have no sexual feelings towards him. I know that. And that's not a lie, because girls don't. Girls are often honest in that, because they don't need to lie, because often, well, let's say more often than men, the guy that they like, they will be able to see where it goes, okay? Not all the time, but in comparison to men, the chances that the man that a woman likes will see where it goes is way higher than men, okay? For most men, okay, for the majority of men, 99.99% of the girls that they like, they wouldn't even entertain them. For most men, most of the women they even like, they wouldn't even want to look their direction, even have a simple 30-second conversation. Most men, okay, because most men are low value, they get completely ignored, ridiculed, and unloved, and have bad treatment from the majority of women, because the majority of women only like guys with a specific amount of value, okay? But most guys, unfortunately, don't live up to that value, especially in the West, that women are looking for. So, at least for women, even if the guy that they like doesn't want to commit to her, the guy will still spend 5 minutes having a conversation and just checking her out. He might have taken her on a date just to only have a one-night stand. So at least for women, some parts of the game starts. But for most men, not a single ounce of the game even begins. I'm saying not even a conversation, just a warming, loving, just normal conversation. Most men wouldn't even get that from the majority of the girls that they like, okay? And let me tell you something, ladies. There's a lot of men, I think about 30% of men, that won't even get a simple conversation from a woman, okay? These men are incels. They stand no chance with women. Women don't talk to them. Women don't look at them. Women don't wink at them. Women don't acknowledge them. These men are fundamentally invisible to the majority of women. So that's why nice guys, they're so scared of telling you their sexual desires about you, because they know if they did, 99.9% of you, you're gone. And they are right. However, that doesn't mean that that is what the nice guy should do. So far we've realized here that he is doing everything to the contrary of what makes a man powerful. And as I said earlier, what makes a man powerful is standing up for what he believes in, regardless of the consequences. So a real man, he will tell you exactly what he feels about you, as quickly as possible. Now, that's not in a literal sense. It's not as if he's going to come over and say, hey, you're so sexy, I like you, I want to have with you, and let's start no. But what I'm saying, a real man will come over to you in a loving, caring way, and he will make his feelings known to you indirectly. A guy like me, I'd ask you out within 10 minutes of knowing you, of meeting you. That's how far I take it. Because if I see that there's mutual attraction, and we're both smiling and we're both having a great time on that initial chat, I'm going to say, hey, what's your number or Instagram? I'd love to take you out. I'll message you or call you tomorrow and we can go out. Probably there's this nice restaurant down the road. I'm that kind of guy. But I know most guys haven't got that kind of confidence. But a real guy, he will make it known in other ways. He will do a light stroke of you, give you a nice intimate look. There's many ways a man will let you know indirectly that he sees you in that way and he wants you. And he, therefore, will risk the chance of losing you, okay? There has been many girls that once I show them that I like them, yeah, they just back off because they're not interested in that. And that's okay. I have no fear of a woman walking away from me because she doesn't like me. That's just, actually, it saves me time. And it saves her time for wasting time. Instead of me going through this whole situation where I become friends with her and I just wait for the perfect moment to ask her out. The perfect moment. These are the fantasies the man has in his head. Look, I'm smiling about it right now because I used to think like that. I used to think like, not in terms of becoming her friend and then asking her at the perfect moment, but seeing a girl that I liked, not even approaching her, and then just waiting for our paths to just cross at the right moment because, like, you know, maybe one day we just pass each other, you know, maybe on the bus or maybe walking on a road and I just happen to pass her and she drops her purse by accident and I'm the one to say, oh my God, your purse has dropped, let me pick it up for you. And then it's the perfect time to ask her out. And look, I'm smiling about it because it sounds so romantic and so idyllic and so wonderful. But that's not reality. That's not how it works. The perfect moment is the moment right now. The nice guy's in his fantasy about this lovely, perfect, singular moment where he will come out and be the hero and he will ask her on this epic date. And the date will be like nothing she's ever seen before. And wow, everything's just like the rainbows are all over the place. There's waterfalls, there's unicorns, ponies, butterflies, magic all over the place. That's the nice guy's thought process. Like he's in this fantasy land about what it's going to be like. Where in reality is like you meet a girl at the library, you meet her at the bar. Oh, she's hot. You go and talk to her. 2 months later, you ask her out. That's just the kind of boring reality that is. It's not some sort of Disney, you know, fantasy where all the stars align and wow, this is the magical moment and she's going to be tingling all over because it's the right singular moment. But the nice guy has that fantasy. So he's going to lie to you because he's scared of losing you. And he's going to pretend he has absolutely no sexual desires for you. He will lie about and this is where it gets so wrong, he will lie about his own manhood. He will lie about being a man, okay? And a big part of being a man is liking women. And you have to be honest about your desire for any woman you like. So it starts off when you first meet her, asking her out, you know, flirting with her, being romantic, taking risks of losing her. And then come that first date, make it known. Girl, you're sexy, you're beautiful, you're exactamente mi tipo, exactly my type. Don't be going on the date and holding your hands together and saying, "No, you're kind of all right. You're kind of good looking." And the girl asks you, "What do you think of me?" Do you know how unattractive that is to women? Oh my God. Now take this as an example. Now women ask, because this happens all the time when you go on a date with a girl. A lot of times women are very insecure about what you actually like about them. They can tell that you like them, But many times, I think most times, they're insecure about exactly what you like about them. So you got to say, oh girl, your eyes are so pretty. That, oh wow. And that curly hair, that is exactly what I'm, and stand up, girl, stand up, let me look at that body. I mean, any guy would die for that. That is what turns women's on, boys, okay? Don't ever go half-hearted. For a woman that is attracted to you, I'm talking about. If the woman's not attracted to you and she wants to leave and not go have anything to do with you, leave her alone. But I'm saying in the instances where a woman likes you back and she's interested to see where things can go, do not hold back on your sexual and physical desires with her. If she's sexy, tell her she's sexy. If she's exactly your type, tell her. I'm not saying to over compliment her throughout the whole 2-hour date. God, you're so sexy. Oh, wow. And then go, oh my God, you paralyzed me, baby. I'm saying you do it in a sexy, confident, masculine way where you let her know, but it's not overbearing. There's a real fine line to that. You're not constantly complimenting her throughout the whole day, but you're just letting her know, especially when she asks. When she asks, as a woman that is interested in you, at some point or another, she will be asking you, all women, she will ask you what you find attractive about her. She might say indirectly or directly, because some women haven't got the confidence to straight out ask for it. But either way, in some capacity, she's going to want to know what you find physically attractive about her. She's also going to want to know what you find emotionally attractive about her, but physically, because that makes her feel safe. Because if you tell her you like her curly hair, damn, next day she's going to double down on that curly hair for you and make that look sexy for you the way you like it. So it's the win-win for both of you. It's going to make her feel safe knowing what you like about her, because she will just double down on those things, so she will now feel safe and secure in the relationship. But nice guys, because they do not tell a woman where she stands with them, the nice guys make the woman feel unsafe because she is fundamentally unaware of her position around him. Whoa. So back to the nice guy lying about being your friend. This is why I do not condone opposite sex being friends, because a lot of times, and it mostly happens from male to female, but at least one way someone likes somebody in those situations. And usually it's the guy liking the woman and the guy pretending to just be a friend. Baby, I'm just your friend. I don't like you. You don't turn me on. I don't fantasize about you. I don't go home and have dreams about you. You're just my friend. He's going to look at your face and lie to you. And then search this into Google. This scenario happens so many times. One day out of nowhere, he's going to say, you know what, Shanice, I've always liked you. I want to see where it goes. And the girl's like, what? What the is that? I thought you just liked me as a friend. Like, what? I put you in that box. Like, where's this coming from? And she's going to be confused. And in that moment, hopefully, she's going to realize that a lot of her guy friends actually want to have sex with her, to put it blunt. And she needs to reassess her position of these guys. Because I'll tell you, in most positions, there are very few instances where a guy is friends with a woman and he does not like her at all. I'm not saying the guy wants to have a relationship with her or marry her, but there are a few instances where if a guy could have a chance in that way with a woman that he's friends with, he wouldn't say yes, okay? The only times where this doesn't apply is if the guy is really high value and he has more options than he can deal with. That guy, you know, he's being honest about who he is, because my God, this guy has this guy can have whoever he wants and he's still choosing to be around you. In that kind of situation, you can be assured that the guy only likes you as a friend, okay? But in most times, most guys aren't high value, most guys aren't alpha. In most situations, the guy wants to have that type of experience with you. So imagine what kind of deceptive type of character you've got to be to lie to a woman for years, for decades, about only wanting one thing while betraying their own masculinity. That guy's weak, he's deceptive, and he is a liar. Mentiroso. Doctora. Él es un mentiroso. He is a deceptive liar. What's the word for it in Spanish? Decepcionado, I think. Decepcionado. He is deceptive. And he's pretending to be whatever you think he needs to be while betraying his own core values, okay? But he doesn't realize that a woman loves a man who has self-belief, self-confidence, and his own unique values. When a woman encounters a guy who doesn't lose his frame to impress and please a woman, she actually likes him more. Even in the cases where before that conversation she had no interest in you, if she gets to talk to you and she realizes you're that confident guy, there's a good chance, ladies and gents, she's going to start being attracted to you. That actually turns women on. Just a confident man that believes in his own self-belief. You don't have to be loud. It don't have to be a loud self-belief. But a man that doesn't falter from what he believes in, that is highly attractive to women. And especially nowadays, because there's so many men that don't do it, that these guys are now in high demand. Because most guys, they just supplicate to whatever they think that the woman wants. But they're wrong about this. So we have to learn to accept the chance of a woman leaving us because what she believes in doesn't align in what we believe in. And that's a good thing, because why the hell do you want to be in a relationship where your beliefs don't align? And that's another place where the nice guy lies to you. The nice guy doesn't even like you for you. Because if a person wants to like you for you, he would want to know that your beliefs are similar to his. But the nice guy, he throws all of that away. He doesn't care. He just wants your body. He just wants your sex. He just wants your time. He just wants your relationships. He wants the status of the relationship, the status of the marriage. And he will forego joint beliefs, joint passions, joint hobbies, joint all of that, just to find any woman that has a love fit, has some sort of attraction to him. He doesn't care who the woman is, as long as the woman that's giving him what he needs, sex, attention, and the status of it, the look of it, he's in. Okay? But a real man, he will decline and let go of women that doesn't actually suit him. He is happy to take that risk because that is the best way to live your life. Who the hell wants to be in a marriage for 30, 40, 50, 60 years with a woman that there's nothing in common? There's no joint beliefs. There's no joint passions. There's no joint hobbies. There's no joint way of thinking about the world. The nice guy, though, he forgoes all of that just to get to the result quickly with you. He doesn't care about you as an individual. He just cares that you're a woman. And that is happy enough for him. He doesn't care about you as a woman, about what and your mindsets. And he also doesn't even care about his own. Because a person that cares about their own beliefs would want to naturally find a partner who matches them right there. And that type of guy, he knows most women therefore wouldn't match with him. Not every woman is a match for you. A real man knows that. But the nice guy, he's happy to just throw that in the bin. Doesn't matter. Let me just get my woman, he says. I don't care. She's a woman. She's got what I need. I don't care about her mindset. I don't care about her religion. I don't care about her upbringing. I don't care about her childhood trauma. I'm going to take her. I don't really care. In fact, you know what? If she's got trauma and she comes from a broken home, that's better. Because actually, she's more easy to manipulate. Now, that's how a nice guy thinks. Because he's a deceptive guy himself. So he wants to deceive the easiest catch. So often, the nice guy purposely targets women from broken homes. Because women from broken homes are more easier to manipulate than a woman who comes from a loving, caring, and tender home. Okay? When a woman has a dad in her life who loves her, who adores her unconditionally, she's going to be putting all these requests, all these standards, all these requirements for any guy to deal with her. And also, she also knows that whoever guy is trying to marry her, daddy's involved. Okay? That's why the nice guy often goes to a broken woman, because with broken women, they bypass the requirements of going through a father's requirements. Okay? A big part of marriage is going past your mother-in-law's or father-in-law's requirements, okay? But for the nice guy, because he's pathetic and weak, he is able to skip out that process, because oftentimes women from broken homes don't even have their dads in their life. So a woman that doesn't have a dad in their life is kind of unbalanced in a way, because she's not filtering her mate selection, her mate choices through the procurement and the inspection of her loving father. And that's hard to get past a loving father, caring father that cares about her, that cares about his family. It's difficult because he will be looking for the same traits in you as he has himself. And oftentimes, if he really is that guy, a loving, caring dad, his standards are going to be very high. But the weak ass nice guy, he is able to bypass all of that, because he knows if he chooses a woman from a broken home, the dad will not be there, and oftentimes the mother might be a bit crazy, so she ain't be looking and checking out for her anyway. Okay. If his girlfriend's mother also came from a broken home, she ain't got no idea what to look for in her daughter's man either. So it's the same thing. So oftentimes these pathetic weak men will seek out the most vulnerable of women under the pretense of, oh, I'm helping her, I'm changing her life around, oh, she's come from a broken home, I'm actually a great guy, I'm actually one on taking, the hardest, heaviest hitting people and making them great. They say that to make themselves look like some sort of glorious white knight, messiah type, complex type of guy, where in reality, the real reason he's doing and choosing her is because he's easier, and the barrier to entry is pretty much non-existent. This is the manipulation of the nice guy. It goes so deep. Because as a confident man, you're going to say to yourself, I want a woman from a loving, caring home. Her father must be in her life. Her mother must be in her life in a good and loving, caring way. I want to see that she's got good friends. If she is working, she's in an environment where she's loved, cared, and adored. I want to see she's got good values, good morals. A real man is going to put all these requirements in the way because he wants the best. But the nice guy, he will forgo all of that because he's looking for a quick, easy result. Hijos, muchachos, chamacos, y squinkles. He's looking for the easiest ticket for admission. And most times, in fact all times, the easiest ticket to admission is a woman from a broken home. That is like catnip to him because he knows he is able to go in there, make his presence known, and then start a war and get what he wants without having to do much, because a woman from a broken home asks for so little that it makes this nice guy seem as if he's a messiah. These weak, pathetic guys, man. Weak, pathetic guys. And what's sad about it, they go for these women under the pretense as if they're superheroes. But in reality, they are anything but. They are pathetic wimps who are only choosing her because he knows he can't match up to the requirements of a real woman that comes from a loving and caring home. So these are the deceptions and lies that a nice guy is going to put onto you. The layers of deception will become clearer and clearer over time, and then throughout the marriage, you're like, I never knew he's even like that. Ooh, where did that come from? I never knew. Yeah, because he lied to you the whole time, babe. He deceived you, your family, your friends, your colleagues into being one type of person just to believe you. So a real man, he needs to stay strong in his belief regardless of if the woman that he likes that belief or not. You need to learn to take the risk of women leaving you because they don't like who you are, because that is the most efficient way to live your life. Manipulation, deception, lies. And so often these women get into relationships with these nice guys, and sometimes they even know that they're nice guys, and they still go and marry them. And then 10 years later, oh my gosh, he's a liar. I never knew. No, babe. You knew the whole time and you chose to marry him because he was a nice guy. And the real man, he had too many requirements. A lot of you women, you don't want to put in the effort and the work to attain and keep a real man. So you settle for the second best. A nice guy who's so pathetic, he has no requirements for you, that you wanted to sit back and you take the nice guy. But it's not a wise long-term strategy, because in the long term, you end up with nothing, girls. You end up with no emotional validation. You end up with no challenge, no growth in the relationship. This nice guy, worthless prick, he doesn't challenge you. He doesn't argue with you to see what your worldview is about. He just lets you do whatever you want. And to be in a relationship and be unhinged is very dangerous, because a great part of being in a relationship is having your partner reflect who you are and showing you exactly who that is, so then you can make change and become a better person. But you see, the nice guy will never do that. The nice guy will never reflect who you are, because that might piss you off. And yeah, it will piss you off. But he don't want that. He wants you to be having a perfect ride all the time. Life is perfect. Life is great. No arguments. Everything's perfect. No. But by doing that, you don't grow. He doesn't grow. And you guys become lame and stagnant in your relationship. And let me tell you something, girls. Many of you, by 40, 50, you're going to like, oh, I've had enough of this crap. And then you're going to be out there seeking for a man to just cheat with. I've seen that with my own eyes, ladies. The nice guy seems so comfortable and so warming at first, because there's no requirements, there's no challenge. You just walk in and you get what you need. You get your money, he pays for you, going out, rah. You don't pay no bill, you just relax, do nothing back, chill back, no requirements, no push. But then after a while, you guys are going to get so bored, because you're going to realize this guy is lame. He doesn't stimulate you. There's no stimulation with a nice guy. There's just supplication and deception. And yeah, at first you like that. In the long term, that's going to cause you such resentment that a lot of you, you'll be cheating on that alpha by this Monday. Because the alpha, he's going to stimulate you hard. And that's going to turn you on. And after 20 years of marriage, that's going to be like, whoa, that is sexy to me. Oh, I've seen it so often, and so many women are getting divorced partly because of that reason. Because if the nice guy is lying to himself and decepting himself, this isn't the type of guy who's going to win in business and make loads of money and become successful. He's not going to be able to provide you with that life, because he's Who wants to be a real man who has got good money and good lifestyle? He's not going to be wanting to go into business with a nice guy because he's a fake. He's a fraud. So a nice guy, he will never win in business. Never. He will never make that kind of money, never become rich, never be adored. Lying type of guys. Oh baby, you say to him, oh baby, I'll come to my in-laws house and help them move house. He didn't really want to go, but he's still going to say, I'll help you out, baby. And he's going to become more resentful over time for keeping on saying yes. It's going to get to him over a certain period of time. Over a certain period of time, he's going to say, oh my God, he's going to explode. He will explode over a certain period of time. Because even the nice guy, he has a breaking point. He pretend like he never has a breaking point. But all men, I'm telling you something, they have a breaking point. And because he's breaking his breaking point by being a liar, when he does explode, he's going to explode more than anybody else. Because when a liar explodes, it's like a steam train crashing into a wall, man. Stand far away. My God. There's coal all over that. The steam is hot as hell. That's going to burn some people around here, bros. Stand back. A nice guy exploding? Oh, that's rage, man. Oof. I don't want to go. I don't even want to be near that. My God. Whew. So you've got to learn to stand up for everything you believe in and have the risk of your girl, your date, your wife walking away from you. Because if you never accept that risk, that means you can never be your true, authentic self. And if you're not your true, authentic self in a relationship, your relationship is fundamentally a fraud. It's a lie. It's based upon nothing. It's based upon nothing. It's like the Bible or any religious book. If it's not based on authenticity, then the whole religion is a fraud, right? Because with the religions, most religions, it's based on that book. If that book isn't real, if it's not true, if it's not authentic, the whole thing, the whole message is a fraud. So in a relationship, you've got to have two authentic people joining forces for the greater good. And if one of them, often the man, is not authentic, but then also if the woman is accepting, if she's purposely choosing to accept that man's inauthentic self, well, you know what? Both of you, you deserve what's coming next. Oh yeah. Because both of you have volunteered the devil's playground. You guys have both voluntarily accepted to base the foundation of a relationship on lies. Just because it looked good. Just because the status, the image of it looked great. Just because there wasn't much of a challenge. You based the whole thing on a lie because you both wanted an easier life. But let me tell you something. Both of you, in different ways, you're going to pay the price. And look how your children are going to turn out. If you're a liar as a parent, what the hell do you expect your children to turn out like? I mean, I ain't got no children, but it's a simple formula. 2 lying parents equal, oh, guess what? A lying, deceptive child with no morals, no base, no foundation. And real people, real authentic people, they're going to stay away from both of you. They're going to feel your deceptive selves and they're going to run the other direction. Especially with men. Nothing more. As a real man myself, as a real alpha, type A, male, if I get the sniff that you're inauthentic, that you're lying about who you are, you're out. You're gone. I don't want to be nowhere near you, bro. Because I know what you're going to do to me if I stay near you. you're going to do the same thing that you do to her, to me. You're going to lie and deceive me and attempt to manipulate me. I'll tell you something right now, bro. You ain't going to work on me, because guess what? I'm a real man. And I can smell your bullshit from a mile away, bro. I can feel your dirty, lying aura. You can't even be real with yourself. And you want to be in association with me? Would that be as a friend or in business or working for me? Get the out of here, bro. You lying ass fraud. You're going to try to deceive my people, my friends, my family, my staff. You're going to come and try and make your dirty, lying ways. I don't have a specific belief in anything. I'm not conservative or a liberal. I'm just on the fence. Yeah, right. I don't believe in this or that. I believe in the middle. I try to help everybody. I'm on everybody's side. I'm in the middle. I'm constantly sitting on the middle of the fence. Can I tell you something, bros? A man that stands for nothing, guess what? He is nothing. He's a pathetic little supplicating, spineless, nice guy. Pathetic and weak, immature. He ain't no man. He ain't even a boy. He's nothing but a liar. And he lies to himself first before he lies to you. He lies about who he is. He even lies about his own sexual desires. Only a weak man, girls, can do that. He's lying about not wanting to kiss you or having feelings towards you. How could you be around a man like that? And thank God that in most cases, women don't often choose a nice guy unless he's powerful and rich. Okay, so if you want to be a nice guy and get women, become powerful and rich. But even then, the woman will never like you for you. She will like you but for what you can give her, but she doesn't emotionally connect with you. A woman likes a man in two fundamental ways. One, in what you can give her. That needs to be there for a long-term relationship. Okay? But also in terms of the emotional stimulation that you can provide. And let me tell you something. If you as a man can only provide material utility, you're in trouble. Because she has no connection with you. Because once that material utility runs out, she's gone. But if you can have both the material utility and the emotional utility, you can get her loving you in a way that most guys can't. You've got to get the woman emotionally attached to you and loving you. And the only way to do that is to have true, authentic emotional stimulation. And that comes from being your true, authentic self. But if you're lying to yourself, if you lie about who you like, for all the young teenagers out there, if you like someone, tell them. Just let it out. I know it's hard at first because you're scared of rejection. I get it. But a big part in terms of becoming a man is learning to just tell women your true, real feelings towards them as quickly as possible. Not hiding back, not holding back, okay? You don't want to be a man that's like, 30 years later, I still haven't asked her out yet. I've heard stories on Reddit and stuff like that. They've had like a girl in their work or a girl in their church that they liked for the longest time, for 10 years, and they still haven't gotten to this perfect moment where they can ask her out. It's like, oh my God, bro. Who wants to live a life of constantly holding back? That's not being a man. That's being a weakling. If you saw that there was a job application that fitted you perfectly and it paid £1 million a year, would you hold back? No, you wouldn't. You'd be running to their office. You'd even walk there if you needed to. You'd get there first thing, early. You're wearing your best suit, fresh haircut, smelling good, trying to get that job. But with women, a lot of you nice guys, you guys just hold back. I'll wait for the right moment. I'll be her friend. I'll wait it out and then I'll ask her out when the moment's just right. Just the right perfect moment where the stars are gonna align and it's gonna be wonderful. Maravilloso. There never is a perfect moment. It's time, my boys, to be your true, authentic self. Stop lying about your desires, stop lying about your wants, stop lying about your needs, stop lying about your emotional needs, and be the man you were born to be. This is the Hezron Springer Show. Larga Techamacos. I'll see you in the próximo episodio. Adiós por ahora.